Hey guys, so this is how you will be able to renew your license in the Philippines through the online PRC website. First of all, you have to log in to this site online.prc.gov.ph. When you go to this website, you'll receive this prompt for CPD notice. Professionals who are unable to comply with the required CPD credit units are allowed to renew their professional identification card upon execution of an undertaking to complete the required CPD credit units to the next PIC renewal. This undertaking can be availed until December 31, 2022. Disclaimer: execution of an undertaking is not a waiver to CPD compliance for information and guidelines. So, as we all know, there's actually a required CPD units for renewal of a professional license in the Philippines, but it says here that you can just sign a waiver to have it waived. All right, step-by-step process. Please take time to read the step-by-step procedure of PRC's online service. Thank you. All right, so on the home page, we see this option. So if you don't have yet an account with PRC, you have to register. So when you register, you just click on this and then scroll down to the bottom and click on agree and then input your details, your first name, middle name, last name, gender, suffix, civil status, birth date, email address, password and repeat password, and then click on register. But if you already have an account, just click on the sign in tab and input your email address as well as your password and click on this I'm not a robot and then click on sign in. So when it's your first time creating an account with PRC, you actually receive an email from this email address in which you have to click on to verify your account. This is a requirement for you to be able to process your transactions online through the PRC online website, such as PRC license renewal. Immediately upon signing in on the PRC website, I received this advisory. So it says if you will be filing for the petition for change of registered name due to marriage and or petition for correction of entries or data, please proceed to the PRC central office or to the nearest regional office to file said petition. Once your petition has been approved, you can proceed with a renewal of your professional identification card in this website. Click here to view the requirements and step-by-step procedure. Note, the maximum processing time for the petition for change of registered name due to marriage and or petition for correction of entries or data is 20 days from receipt of complete documents. Oh, so you have to take care of this first before you'll be able to renew your license. And when you click OK, you'll be given this pop-ups. It says appointment slots are free. The Professional Regulation Commission warns the applicants and professionals against fixers who offer services to transact with PRC on their behalf by obtaining personal information, including username and password. So be careful of fixers and then click on proceed. Then after you click on proceed, you'll be redirected to this site in which it contains your profile, your personal information. So here's a list of the personal information that will be shown to you. This is actually the information that you provided when you registered. So there's actually your photo on this part. I just place this notepad so you wouldn't see mine. So you also have to upload an updated photo of yours, since that will be the one that will appear on your brand new PRC license. Now, to renew your license, click on this select transaction. By the way, guys, when you click on the camera symbol on the space on the profile page of PRC in which your profile is shown, you'll be given this notification. So these are the photo requirements, so you should abide by it. So to avoid delay or disapproval, please follow the following. The photo must be 2 by 2 in size in plain white background. The photo must be taken no more than 6 months prior to uploading. The applicant must wear decent attire with color. Below are sample of acceptable photo. Unacceptable photo will be rejected, so make sure that you comply to their requirements. And note, applicant Application will not be processed if photo does not resemble applicant. Applicant wears eyeglasses. Background is not plain white, and photo has shadows, ears are covered. To avoid delay, please follow the guidelines above. Alright, so it's important that you follow this to avoid delays. So after I clicked on select transaction, I'm given this advisory. For repeater applicants, the notice of admission shall be available for download or print in status of compliance in. This is applicable only to the following repeater examinees from April 2012 to present, applicants with the same name from previous applications, applicants with the same course from previous applications, applicants with the same examination name from previous applications. Alright, so if you don't have a problem here, just click on proceed, and then you have here this option, select transactions. So you have a tab for examination, initial registration, renewal, duplicate, certifications, oath, ASEAN professionals, petition for change of name. Click on renew, then select your profession and provide your PRC license number and click on proceed. Afterwards, I'm given this prompt. Okay, it says shipping transactions are not valid for UCPB or cashier payments. I'm going to click on OK. Alright, so now we have access to the appointment options. So they actually have a shipping service. So you just have to click yes or no. And it says, should you wish to avail of the shipping service, please pay the shipping fee within 7 days upon payment of your PRC transaction. Credit card, Visa, MasterCard is required upon payment of shipping fee. Delivery service is now available for these sites. And you'll have to select your preferred PRC regional office. So the payment for PRC renewal or professional ID renewal is 450 Philippine pesos. So here we have under it will tell you when your next new expiration date is. The annual fee is 450 Philippine pesos. So if you're out of the country or if you're far away from the regional office of PRC, it's convenient to just have your PRC license shipped to you. So when I click on yes, I receive this notification. If you avail this option, your permanent mailing address indicated in your profile will serve as your shipping address. If you wish to change your address, please email this and attach any government issued ID indicating your name and mailing address. I'm going to click on OK. And in case of misdeclaration of shipping address and the availment of shipping option, the transaction shall be deemed cancelled and payment may be subjected to forfeiture without prejudice to any legal action against the professional due to misrepresentation and or inputting of fraudulent data and information. So guys, make sure that if you select that you want to ship the PRC license to you, make sure that your information is correct. I'm going to click on accept. And are you sure that you have provided the correct and valid address? I'm going to click on OK. Alright, so delivery address inquiry. Click here to check if your address is within the serviceable area of our courier. So you can check here if they'll be able to deliver on your address. So I'm going to click on OK. You can actually see your shipping address on this tab, and you have to upload a government issued ID with indicated mailing address. You can do so here, and then just have to click on text afterwards. Alright, so now we're on the second part in which we have to select a payment channel. So click your preferred payment channel. We have here PayMaya, GCash, Visa, MasterCard, and JCB. And there's an 8 pesos convenience fee. And after you select, just click on OK, and then click on Next. Alright, so now we're on the third part, which is Submit Transaction. So there's a declaration, an attestation, as well as an undertaking. So I am aware and I give my consent to the collection of the data required with this application form and the taking of my photograph, and if applicable, the taking of my fingerprints. I further attest that all particulars and supporting documents provided by me are correct and complete. I am aware that any false statement or fraudulent document will lead to the rejection of my application or to the cancellation of my PIC already issued and may also render me liable under applicable administrative and criminal laws. So, undertaking for this compliance period, I am submitting 0 CPD units of the total required CPD credit units. I hereby undertake to submit the complete number of credit units for the next renewal of my PIC. I understand that in the event I fail to comply, my PIC will not be renewed. I hereby affix my signature by taking the checkbox with my name. So my name is shown here. Obviously, I blurred it out, and I'm just gonna have to click on this and submit my application. So this is the process that you have to undertake if you'd like to renew your license online and have it shipped to your mailing address. But let's look into if we'd like to just go to the PRC regional office to renew our license. Alright, so if you'd like to just go to the regional office, just click on no on this question. Do you want to avail of the shipping service? So we're gonna click on no, and then we're gonna select a preferred PRC regional office. So let's see. These are the options that we have. So for instance, if we select Robinson's Galleria, so we have this option, transaction details, professional ID renewal. So Robinson's Galleria Ortigas, the scheduled date and time is November 11, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So that would be the following day. So I tried to book a renewal schedule on this site, and I tried to reschedule it, but they keep on saying that you cannot reschedule it. So what I'm seeing is that if you schedule it, it would be on the following day automatically. You cannot schedule it further than that. Actually, guys, when I checked on other regional offices here, like the Ayala Mall South Park, they actually have an option to reschedule it on another date like this. But it says here that you can only reschedule once. Let's look into OSCO POEA renewal for OFWs. Oh, there's no slots available. How about in Moraita? But it says here the certificate of passing and rating only, so it's not the one. Uh-huh. How about Robinson's Novaliches? November 14. Also, the scheduled date just depends on the office that you're going to. So make sure that you book your appointment ahead of time because you never know, their schedule might change. So here, PRC Baguio, the soonest we can book is November 21. How about PRC Lucena? Oh, November 28. Alright, so we have a bunch of offices here that you can schedule your appointment to. Alright, so when I tried the option Robinson's Gallery Ortigas, the date again or the time changes. It's now 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So the scheduled date is really depends on the slots. So when you're satisfied with the date and the time, just click on next. Alright, so now we're on the second option in which we have to select a payment channel. So it's the same for the first one, in which they mail your PRC ID. So there's also online payment, but there's also land bank payment, and there's a 10 pesos convenience fee for it and 20 pesos convenience fee for banknet, as well as a PRC cashier. If you pay through this channel, there's no convenience fee, but it's let's try this out. PRC cashier is temporarily unavailable to the selected office branch, which makes sense because you don't want to go to the main branch when you're actually gonna go to Robinson's or Tigas. So, okay, let me. I think paying online is much more convenient, so let's select this option. You have chosen PayMaya, Visa, MasterCard, JCB, GCash. There's an 8 pesos convenience fee. I'm gonna click on OK. Then I'm gonna click on Next. Alright, so we're now on the third tab, which is Submit Transaction. Your information cannot be edited after you submit your application. Please thoroughly review any misspelling or capitalization on your information. Then click on Submit Information. Alright, I'm going to click on Submit Application and Confirmation. Are you sure you want to submit transaction? I'm going to click on Yes. Alright, so it's redirecting me to the payment site. So after you make your payment, you can check your transaction by going to this tab, Existing Transaction. So you'll see the details of your transaction on this part. So there are several actions you can take, like this one that I've already done in the past. So just print your EOR. So this will be the ones that you'll be presenting when you claim your PRC ID. And print your document. All right, so actually here I wasn't able to successfully schedule a PRC renewal because when I was about to make a payment, I accidentally click on back, and when I tried to retrieve the payment site, it's not loading anymore. And when I click on payments here, it's not giving me an option to make a payment. So what I did is I just canceled it. There was actually an option before to cancel it right over here. So when I click on it, it canceled my transaction. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the process again and book an appointment for PRC renewal and pay for it using online payment. Alright, so let me just go ahead and reschedule it once again. So I selected Robinson's Galleria Ortigas, and my scheduled date is November 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Alright, then let me select my preferred payment channel, which is this. I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to click on Next. So I'm going to submit my application. I'm going to click on Yes. Right, so I'm now redirected to this site. QR and e-wallet. So I have several options here. I can pay using my debit or credit card, but that's not the way I'd like to pay. I'm gonna choose GCash. Order summary here. Professional ID renewal is 450 Philippine pesos. So there's a convenience fee of 8 pesos. So that's a total of 458 Philippine pesos. Let me just click on GCash. Alright, so here on this side, part. So from here, obviously, I have to enter my mobile number for GCash. Click on next, then follow the process to send in the payments. Alright, so now I'm directed to this site in which I have to pay the 458 pesos using my GCash account. Let me just pay this now. And it says successfully paid PRC GCash test by GCash test, sorry, via GCash. So here's my reference number. And alright, so it says that payment successful, and it's given my transaction details. So here's what the renewal form looks like. So it's just this form. So on this part, it's shown your picture, but obviously I placed this on top of here so you wouldn't see mine. And this contains on this part your information such as the date that you will go to the site that you've chosen to, your name, and other details. And you have here declaration and attestation as well as undertaking. And just put your signature here. And then this is the one that you're going to show. Right, and here's what your EOR or the electronic official receipt looks like. So it contains details regarding the payment. So you just have to present this EOR and the renewal form to the regional office to claim your PRC ID on the date and time indicated on the form.